First, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who are teaching this truth with sincerity. And a shout out to Yakim that's out there on the four quarters of the earth, push this word out, risking your lives to do so in places where, you know, are diverse, you know, that you wouldn't think that there are Israelites, but we've been scattered among the four quarters of the earth, so we're in diverse places, and we're seeing things happen at an alarming rate, you know. And so, you know, been talking about this for a while, that of course we know that Kmart and Sears have closed here in Reading, and that you know, this is just the very tail end of it. You know, about another week or two it's going to be gone completely, so that's going to be 200 more jobs gone, you know. And this is a sinking economy, you know. We know that Toys R Us went out completely now, so that's totally going to shut down a lot of jobs. We know that Radio Shack is gone, you know, lots of other places, as this is a sinking ship. But, you know, most of all, this place, America, Babylon the Great, it was taken with violence. It was taken from the tribe of Gad. And then, you know, we were brought over here on ships. The rest of the tribes were brought here on the ships, especially the southern kingdom. So I'm going to read out Amos chapter 9. I saw Yahweh standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel at the door, that thy posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And it's talking about these Edomites and how they're you know, building underground tunnels. We know about the Walmart underground tunnels, and we know about all these hidden bases and shit. They're not going to be able to hide themselves from the Most High. Most High is going to get every one of these goddamn motherfuckers. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Thus, you know, there's submarines and shit. You know, think they're going to hide underwater, you know, nuclear submarines and all that, you know. But the Most High is going to get their ass. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them, and I will set mine eyes upon them for evil and not for good. And I do apologize about the wind. It's probably screwing up this video, but I'm doing the best I can. You know, Esau been screwing with the weather, so of course everything's off scale a bit. And the Lord Yahweh of hosts is he that toucheth the land, and it shall melt, and all that dwell therein shall mourn, and it shall rise up wholly like a flood, and shall be drowned as by the flood of Egypt. And again, you know, that's happening. And of course, Austin is under martial law now, you know, because they set off some false flags, just like the Boss bombing. Now you have these false flag events happening in Austin, so that's on lockdown. Well, what do you think is going to happen over here when they start setting stuff up? You know, it's a lot easier to lock down a Midtown than it is a bigger town. They've got these places locked down, of course, you know, because that's where the Jade Helm drills were. And what was the main Jade Helm state? It was Texas, you know. So we know they're getting ready to lock everything down, you know, and, you know, we already know how corrupt the Reading Police Department is, and, you know, the fact that they can beat the shit out of the homeless, and nobody really gives a fuck, because the fucking attitude of fucking Edomites here is against the homeless, you know. They hate homeless people, you know. Esau's always trying a way to fuck with them, and these are homeless Edomites, by the way, you know. So how much more do they hate us, you know? Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and the confusion that face to be among them. Because, you know, again, you know, man, you know, this place has got to go. And we're seeing it, you know, we're seeing it going. We're seeing bigger corporations shut down, you know, as they close shop, you know, for good, you know. You're not going to bounce back from this, even though they're trying to say that, oh, well, now, you know, other toy stores will emerge from this. How? Did you see a bunch of shit happen after Mervyn's closed? Did you see a bunch of shit come back after McMahon's? No, man. These places are abandoned buildings, you know. And that's what they want, you know. So it's a lot easier to lock people down, you know, because, again, you know, we already see what's happening in Austin now, you know, as they set off more and more false flags, you know. And so, you know, it's time to push out the word while we still can and utilize this time, you know. So, you know, we're prophesying against Mount Seir, you know, we're coming out, you know, to the best of our abilities, you know. It is he that buildeth his stories in the heaven, and hath confounded his troop in the earth. It's talking about Esau. He that calleth for the waters of the sea, and poureth them out upon the face of the earth. The Lord is his name. Actually, that part's talking about the Lord, sorry. But Esau, you know, he likes to call his place heaven as well. Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Yashala, saith Yahweh? Have not I brought you up, Israel, out of the land of Egypt, and from the Philistines, from Kaphir, and the Syrians from Ker? Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth, saying that I will utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. And that's what happened to us. That's why we had to flee into the mountains, you know, which is the Sahara, and how we ended up here to begin with. Because we went off, man. You know, we became like the other nations. That's why we were brought up like the other nations. That's why we were taught doctrines of devils, such as stretch Christianity, and all these other doctrines. We were no longer raised Hebrew. We were raised Edomite, you know. We were pretty much raised in a society where you have bullshit songs like, this land is your land, this land is my land, but you know that's not how the fucking shit goes down. But they want you to believe in this illusion that everything was made for you and me. No, it wasn't. It was made for them. And look what's happening to them. Shit is shutting down. Esau is shutting this shit down. You know, a.k.a. Rothschild. You know, because it's Rothschild that's behind everything, you know. And he knows that his deep state is losing. I just uploaded a video on that, you know, which is actually a re-upload, you know, from X22 report. You know, that the deep state is losing their grip on everything. So that's why you're seeing the false flags. This was already predicted before the shit started going down with this Austin hoax, you know, which is pretty much gun grab, you know, and martial law. Basically, so they can have martial law over there and put people into the FEMA camps. Duh. And what do you think these abandoned buildings are? What do you think these underground tunnels are to Walmart? You know, why is everything going to where it's a Walmart only, that you can only go to Walmart now? That's part of the conditioning, man. And so we're seeing it break down. This being the year of prophecy, we're going to continue to see things, and it is happening at a more fast rate, you know? And this is not to take lightly. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a slave. Yet shall not grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. In that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. And that's what's happening now. That's why you're seeing us on the streets prophesying against this place. And close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. So, you know, the rest of you Edomites going into slavery. And all the heathen which are called by my name, saith Yahweh that does this. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed, and the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And mountains in this format means armies, you know. We're going to take Esau and all of his armies. And I'll bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them upon their land. And they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith Yahweh. And so that's what's about to take place. You know, I did another video about it, that there's a transference about to happen. That everything's being transferred in our account. That is the elect, the house of David, which is mentioned here in Amos chapter 9. So I hope this has been edifying, and like everything else, man, just stay tuned, man, and just keep pushing this word out there while you still can. Don't know how much longer we'll be on this internet as they take down videos right and left and shutting down this truth. And martial law coming to more and more cities. Shalom.